Hey everybody, good morning. It's Meredith. I'm here in November 60254, our Cessna 150, and I'm going to go do a couple laps in the traffic pattern here at Craig to show you what our options are for a forced landing in the vicinity of Craig Airport. It's a beautiful day this morning. Looks like we may have a little tropical storm / hurricane thing coming tomorrow into Friday, so I want to get while the getting's good, so let's go fly.
Number 60254, Craig Tower, runway 14, clear for takeoff, make left traffic report, Midfield.
Clear for takeoff 14, make left traffic 60254.
So as I roll out onto the runway, I'm going to be monitoring the engine instruments, monitoring how far this airplane is rolling before it lifts off, and I've got my abort point in sight.
8437 Golf, Craig Tower.
Flight of 2 on a photo shoot, going to transit the very south border of your airspace.
Okay, we're making good power, oil temperature, pressure's in the green.
It is active.
Airspeed's coming alive.
At this point, everything is looking good. The aircraft gets airborne, but I know that if something goes south at any time right here, I could still land straight ahead if I needed to. Passing through 100 feet, I know that my options straight ahead are becoming more limited, so I'm shifting my focus to the area to my right, which is runway 23, and the grass infield on either side of it. I'm now over the approach lights for runway 32, and my best bet is to still make a right turn back toward the airport, because you can see there's not a lot of good options available straight ahead. Passing through 500 feet and about to make my left crosswind turn. At this point, I know my best option is to return to the airport and continue the left-hand turn to land somewhere on airport property, because as you can see, on the southeast side of the airport, which is out the left window right now, we've got lots of residential areas and tall trees, which just are not the best option compared to that, which would be turning back toward the airport. Once established on the downwind leg at any airport, clearly returning to the airport property if you have some issue is the best option, but this shot here gives you a good idea of what lies on the east side of Craig Airport. Again, lots of residential, lots of trees, parks, schools, churches, roads with power lines, just not many good places to land.
Craig Tower, Cessna 60254, left midfield 14 with a request.
60254, Craig Tower, say request.
Yes, sir. After this touch and go, I'd like to make one lap in right traffic for 14, or at least do some maneuvering on the west side of the field.
On request. 254, traffic to follow the Cessna approach of your left wing, 11 o'clock, 2 miles southbound, quarter mid
I have the traffic on about a 1.5 to 2 mile final, 254.
654, that's traffic to follow, number 3, runway 14, clear touch to go.
Clear touch to go 14, number 3, 60254.
So unless you are cleared for a short approach and you can make a really tight left base turn over the golf course, you're going to be turning your left base for runway 14 over Mill Cove, which is this body of water that I'm overflying right now. Straight ahead of me is the Dames Point Bridge, and you'll see there's just lots of water and not a whole lot of good places to land right here. With the amount of volume that Craig Airport sees on a daily basis, it is not uncommon at all for traffic on the downwind to get extended to the Dames Point Bridge or even beyond. As I make my turn onto final for 14, you'll get a good idea of what you would be facing if you were departing runway 32. Again, Mill Cove, some trees, some roads with lots of power lines. So departing runway 32, there's just not a whole lot of good options. This little marshy area you can see just off my left and right now is my go-to personally if I'm departing runway 32. That's where I'm going to go if the engine quits beyond the departure end of the runway. Now I'm on short final to runway 14, so you get a better view of what's off the departure end of runway 32.
Hey Meredith, what do you want to do on the west side, ma'am?
Yeah, I just need one lap in right traffic just to shoot some video, that's all.
Okay, no problem. Make right close for midfield.
Right close, report midfield, thank you, 254.
So now as I turn right crosswind for 14, you get a better look at what's on the southwest and west side of the airport. There's Interstate 295, and as you can see, just a whole mass of houses and businesses and lakes, just no open fields, really nothing palatable that you'd want to land on in an emergency.
Correct tower 60254, midfield 14, full stop.
November 254, extend downwind.
Extend the downwind 254. I got it.
So when we get extended
Right, thanks.
on the downwind, at some point, you are not going to be able to glide to the airport from pattern altitude. So you really have to look at what your options are. Like right here, I could probably still make the grass short of the runway, but otherwise I've got these fields right here. Got the interstate. Just kind of sucks, to be quite honest.
Starting the right base for 14254.
254, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear to land 14, 60254.
I'll see if I can stick a nice short field landing on the numbers. That looks and feels good to me. A little too long, that's all right. But still easily make Alpha 3.
So that was pretty fun. My short field landing could have been a little shorter, but you know, I haven't practiced those in a while. I think I did a pretty good job. But this is why pilots always need to go out and practice. But hey, less than an hour in a Cessna 150 on a beautiful morning, doesn't get much better than that. Thanks for watching.